Good morning, traders. It is Monday, December 17th, 2018, and I am here to demonstrate code 3 on the oil futures market. And it's probably going to be a slow week this week. Actually, it's not probably going to be. It's most likely going to be a very slow week. And but I am here to test some code 3 trading here. Don't have a lot of time to do for this. But after the new year, after January 7th, I'll be able to come back and do a lot of trading. But just thought I'd throw some Code 3 trades in here to show how well Code 3 works. Anyway, I am waiting for a Code 3 trade right now, and when one comes, I will take it and come back. Okay, I have a Code 3 short entry. I'll be right back. Okay, I have the stop placed at 51.45, that's 30 ticks. And there is no exit for code 3, no specific exit. It's unlike code 2. The code 3 will tell us when to get out. Anyway, this is my first code 3 trade for demonstration here, and I'll be right back. By the way, if I had started playing code 3 earlier, when the normal time would be to start. I mean, you can start at any time, but the earliest that you could start, I would be way ahead right now. I'm not sure exactly how many ticks, but I would be quite a bit ahead already. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I would already be short, and I would just be holding it down. Every time it gives a short entry, you just keep holding it. If it gives a long entry, you get out and go back the other way. Anyway, I will come back. Okay, it's making a good size move down here. Now, code 3 does not have any specific exits to it, unlike code 1 and code 2, which do. One thing that makes it unique in the codes. But there are two ways for us to play this. One way is to play a lock-in game, which I'm going to start doing here. And another way is to wait for another signal, for a code 3 signal. So for instance, let's say it's going down here now. Maybe I'll get another signal that will say to continue to go down, so you just continue to hold it. Or it may give a signal that says it's going to go up, so you reverse the position. You can reverse and close right here. And what it does is it closes your position, your current position, and reverses the position. Or just think of it as it reverses and closes at the same time. And so that's convenient. And that's the way you can play this. Now, I just discovered the code 3. So it is it's a new code that I personally have discovered. In other words, I've become aware of it. So I just recently have become aware of it. There are many different nuances to the code 3 that I need to get familiar with. As I trade it more and more, I will quickly get familiar with them because I'm really good at seeing patterns. And plus I'm already familiar with the codes, the code 1, the code 2, and then of course now the code 3. So there's going to be certain things that I'll be able to come up with that'll give us more of an advantage. The proper way to play, the proper stops, the proper protective stops. There are other things that I could come up with that I don't want to talk too much about right now, but that have to do with the code, basically. Anyway, right now I am looking for a code 3 signal. I'll be right back. Right now I'm ahead over 50 ticks, 60 ticks actually, and I'm supposed to place a protective stop using code 3. I'll be right back. I need to check the rule myself. Okay, once ahead, 60 ticks, lock in 30. So we need to lock in 30 ticks here. 30 ticks would put us, okay, 15, need to take it down to 85. So let's take it down to 85. That'll lock in 30 ticks. Alright. There's 85 right there on the stop, locks in 30 ticks, so you can take some profit off the trade. Now, if it is going to come back up, it'll stop us and give us at least a profit. If it's going to continue to go down, well then we don't need to do anything. We just need to keep that protective stop there. As it gets further and further ahead, we start to do more and more. So let me go check the next level. I'll be right back. Now, again, I emphasized in the Code 3 videos that these rules were not written in stone. I also said that if it makes a big move in one direction and you got a whole bunch of profit, you could just take it and wait for the next signal to come. When you get another signal, you can just play that signal. Sometimes you're going to lose out. Sometimes you'll do really super well. You got out right when you should have. You know, there's no, I'm not sure that there's any one perfect way to play this, except for just the fact that when you get in, it's going to give you opportunities to do nothing but make money. And, you know, you ever heard of the saying, let your winners run, cut your losses short? As a general rule, that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to let it run, not get too aggressive on the stop. At the same time, let's say that, you know, if you had knowledge of Code 2, it actually could help you with the Code 3 here. Yeah, see, that's something I was going to talk about, but I didn't want to talk too much about it publicly. But for that Code 3 traders, if you have knowledge of the Code 2, it can actually help you with the Code 3. For instance, you could see where it's a possibility that it's going to go the other way, and you could just get out right there. Get out, take your profit, and you could get that right a relatively large amount of times. And even if you got it wrong, the Code 3 would get you back in again. So, and even if you got it right and it did go the other way, the Code 3 would still get you back in again. So either way, the Code 3 is going to get you back in. And, you know, I mean, of course, if you, let's say let's say it shoots down another 20, 30 ticks, and you say, oh, that's beautiful, I'm over, you know, so many dollars, blah, blah, blah. And you take it right there. Well, it's true that if it goes 400 ticks today down, you're going to be kicking yourself. But then again, you won't go down 400 ticks without you. Code 3 will get you back in again, and you'll be able to make profit. So the Code 3 really gives you a lot of flexibility. You know. And I am noticing a really interesting pattern here with the chart that I'll talk about later. I'll update the Code 3 course again and start giving you guys some real tips here. You know, I could even see the benefit of charting out the Code 3 on all the different instruments so we could see which one was running the best at any particular time, which one was the hottest, which one's making the most ticks, which one's moving during the Asian session, during the European session, during the USA session, when they're moving at that time. They'll go in and out of moving at that time. Like, for instance, maybe a week or two, the Asian session will heat up and everything will move big during that time. You would know that. You would know if it was the European session, or both the European session and the USA session, or just the USA session, or perhaps just the Euro session. Sometimes it does that too. Or you would know if it was all three. If all the markets start heat up a lot, all three will go. Like, let's say, for instance, the Dow Jones crashes down to 16,000 in March of 2019 or April of 2019. I'm just saying, let's just say it does that. And then what would likely happen with the market? Well, the market's going to be really, really good. Really, really good. Let's see, are we getting a signal here? No. No signal. So I'm still just holding it. Now, one thing that you could do with the Code 3 is you could reset your stop to every level. So every new level. So for instance, let's say you get a short entry off of the the next code 3. And that you're already in, so it's a continuation, and you're already short from a previous one, and you get another short, and then that stop for that one is lower than the other one that you originally took. Well, you can go ahead and readjust that stop to the new code 3. Yeah, you can do that. You don't have to keep your original stop as you write it down. Or same thing going back up. That's one thing I didn't cover in the course. That's something I will cover again. A lot of you have asked some good questions. I got a good solution. How about we all meet up online using one of my chat rooms, whatever, meeting, go-to meeting, and we'll all meet up, and then you could ask me questions. I'll answer them, and then I'll record it for anybody who couldn't attend, and then I'll put it up under the code 2 watch page. Code 3 watch page, and so that you could watch it and learn from it. But a lot of you have asked some good questions, and I really want to give the time to answer them in the best way I can, so that while I'm answering them, if I'm not answering it good enough, you could ask the question and maybe in a different way, for instance, and then I say, oh, that's what you mean, and then answer it right. It'll give me the opportunity to do that if you can talk to me really quickly as I'm talking, instead of going back and forth through emails. And then what happens for me is a lot of people ask the same question, so I go back and forth with a lot of people about the same exact thing. And so doing the video would really help me. It would also help you, and I think it would be good to do that. So again, these protective stops are not written in stone. That's what I said during the course. Give me some more time, and I'll be able to figure it out a little bit better as far as like the lock-in stops. I could probably come up with a few different things that could help, but I need a little bit more time to analyze it though. Okay, once this thing gets ahead 120 ticks, are we there yet? Oh, I need to move that. Ooh, don't hit. All right, let's move that way down, because we don't know where this is going. We're going to rely on the code 3 to tell us. Who knows? Maybe it'll make a big move down, right? It could. It very well could. And if it does, the code 3 will tell us and keep us in the whole time. It will literally keep us in the whole time. Do we have a signal yet? No, we still do not have a signal yet. Signal? No signal. We have no signal yet. We just still have the previous signal from when I got in. And look how far ahead I am. And we got another signal while I was still in to go short. And now I'm looking for another signal here. I do not have one yet. Now, it's a decent possibility that I could get a long signal. If it were to happen, then I would just reverse the position and go the other way. Or if I get a short signal, then obviously I just continue to hold it. It's very simple, So anyway, you are now witnessing the incredible, amazing power of code 3 on the oil futures market. I am also looking at the YM and the RTY and the NQ right now as well, and the ES as well right now. And they're doing well, but I can't quite see how well. See, for oil, I know exactly what it's supposed to look like, and I can read it. It's 50.64, 50.61, but the other ones are like 23.820, 23.940. It's a little bit harder to calculate, and so I'm not sure exactly how much they're moving. I'd have to actually do the numbers, but it looked to be okay. But again, the chart can be deceptive until you actually measure it. If you don't measure the chart, you could look at the chart and say, oh, it's not hardly moving at all. And then you actually measure it and you say, oh man, it just moved 200 ticks. That's a lot, Or vice versa, you could say, man, this thing's really moving. But you go and you measure it, and it's yeah, really moving 30 ticks up and down. It's not going nowhere. So you actually have to measure it, by figuring out the price. And you can see right now I'm almost 100 ticks ahead right now, so it's definitely moving. Still do not have an entry, another signal yet. So we still go by the previous signal. Now we do have a good question. I can answer it right now. All right, I'm going to exit here. Hold on, just waiting for it. If it breaks that high it just made right there, I'm going to exit. Let's see, I'm going to exit at 50.34 if it makes it back up to it. 50.34. Okay, and this is what you don't have to lock in ticks. You can get out just using the chart. Right now I am just sitting here watching code 1. I'm also watching the code 3. In a sense I'm watching the code 2, but not really. Well, sort of I am, but I'm not using that as an exit point. I'm just using the chart here as an exit point. If it starts going back up, I can just jump right out. It's no big deal. And then I wait for a code 3 signal. This is locking in ticks right here. As soon as it hits 50.34. If it does not and it continues to go down, then I'll just hold it. But as a trader, get good at locking in ticks. Don't pay attention to the price, the money amount. Don't pay any attention to that, because that'll just throw you off. Pay attention to the ticks. Just like when I used to play blackjack. I never pay attention to the money. Never pay attention to the money, just pay attention to the ticks. Okay, so I'm out of that trade, and I am just sitting here looking for and waiting for a code 3 trade. But the first code 3 trade got me 80 ticks, and now I'm out. And now I'm waiting for a code 3 signal to happen on the chart here. I also, if I wanted to, could take this break going lower, because we are still in a code 3 short trade. But that would be mathematically more risky. If you want to just play the best way mathematically, then simply wait for a code 3 entry. It's that simple. This is the beautiful thing about code 3, is that you don't have to make stupid choices, stupid decisions, and make these unnecessary mistakes. You can just play it the best way you can play it mathematically, and then do really super well. And just hit the good sized trades when you hit them, and on good days you're going to hit a lot of good sized trades. Even though it's kind of slow right now for the holidays, and it will slow down even more as we go through Christmas and New Year's. It'll really slow down. But after January 7th, or on January 7th, I think it is, Monday, that's when it'll all start again. And the best time of the year is January through June. January through July is the best time of the year for trading the futures, for trading oil. For trading the futures in general, I believe, but definitely for oil. Anyway, we actually may get a code 3 long entry. I need to calculate that. Actually, I doubt it. It's probably not. What's going to happen is it's going to roll back over again and go back short. But I'm not going to play it by what I think it's going to do. I'm going to play it by what the code 3 says. And so when the next code 3 entry comes, however long that will be, probably won't be too long though. When it comes, I will go ahead and take it, and I'll come back. Okay, we may actually get a code 3 long entry. Still don't have a signal though, and just waiting for a signal to come here on the chart, and it will come, just a matter of when, and I will take it as soon as it does come. But what's nice about code 3, no more getting faked out anymore. I've developed many techniques using the code 2 that what happens if you get faked out. You get the offset, you can take the there's a few different strategies I come up with to be able to play the code 2 better. But with the code 3, you don't really need any of those strategies at all, and you have the best mathematics of all. So it's really the ultimate system. But like any system, you need the markets to be moving. You certainly don't want to use code 3 in a sideways moving market. Not a good idea at all. Code 2 you could use, but it would only be good for a small amount of ticks, like maybe 40 ticks. Not very much. And code 1 you can use, but again, not very much, like 10 ticks. So any market that's just moving sideways like that is not very good. Code 1 would probably be the best to use, but you'd have to be good at using code 1. So anyway, as a general rule, a sideways moving market you want to stay out of. Okay, got a code 3 long entry. Be right back. I'm going to set the stop. Okay, stop is set down to 50.22. And code 3 long entry, let me take a look at it here. Alright. What do we look like on the daily? That does not look good. That does not look good at all. Okay. Yeah, the daily does not look good. However, this thing could, go back and forth here on the chart. So let's go take a look at it again. What could happen is, take a look at it here. See this one? It came down. When it came down right there, it was red. And then it went all the way back and then went up and went green. This thing could do the same thing. It's red right now, made a lower low than that one. It could go all the way back up and actually go green. Once it hits here, it'll start going green. So if it goes all the way back up to here, it'll just make a green bar going back up. So what looks like red and going down could be green and going up. And right now we have a code 3 long entry. So we're actually looking pretty good. But this only because, why? Because we are in a choppy market. We're in a sideways moving daily chart. Now let's take a look at the daily chart. All right, let's zoom out a bit. Let's get some perspective on where we are. Take a look. See, moving down, moving all the way up, right? It's moving, coming all the way down hard. Look at it. Chop, 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 up and down, a real tight sideways motion. We need that to open up here. All right? And so basically we need it to break either this low right here or this high right here. That's its range, from here, the high, here to low on the daily. Once it breaks that range, it should move a good amount in that direction. So if it breaks the high up here, it should move up quite a bit. If it breaks the low down here, it should move down quite a bit. So that's what we really needed to do. And until it does that, it's in a sideways moving choppy market. Now it's likely to possibly do this for the rest of the year, or probably not. My guess would be that at some point here it's going to break, and it may do it over the holiday period where nobody's really trading, but it'll do it anyway, and it'll make a move down, make a move up. I cannot say, but it's likely to make a move. Let's take a look at it really quick again. Taking a look at the code. Okay, this is a point here where we could just jump out. We could jump out right here and look to see what it does. So there's no reason to go negative on this trade. If it wants to go down, I'll just jump out. If I had time right here, I could place a break-even stop on it. Otherwise, I'll just jump out. If it hits 50.62, 50.61, I'm out. I just play a wait and see game right now. There's no reason for me to stay in if I don't need to. Because look at the 10 minute. I'm also looking at another chart as well, but okay, I'm going to jump out here. We'll just wait and see what it does. It could continue to go down and use another code to do so with. This would have activated a break-even stop. Okay, so I'm out. I'm out right there. That would have activated a break-even stop right there anyway, so I should have put a break-even stop in by my own rules. But you see, I actually don't need to do that because I know where to get out anyway. But the rules are just a general guideline for you to go by. Like I said, they're not written in stone. Okay, we do look like we're going down. We have a code 1 short entry. Code 1 short right now. See, if you do know the other codes, it can help you, but you don't need them. I mean, you really don't need them. The code 3 is all you need. And in fact, if you learn the code 1, if you learn the code 2, it can actually get in the way a little bit, because unless you're good at using them. If you're good at using them, then you're good. But if you're not good at using them, it could just kind of throw you off because you're not sure what to do. If the code 1 says to go this way, the code 2 says to go this way, but you're not quite sure. And should you follow the code 3, forget about all that. Just follow the code 3. And don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about is you're not trading in a sideways moving market, are you? I say, well, how do I know it's a sideways moving market? The daily chart is your best friend. When I did the charting service since 2012, 6 years. 6 years of the charting service for the oil futures market, which I have all records for, going all the way back to 2012. Okay, hang on a second. Just trying to calculate here now. I technically have a code 3 long entry in place right now. Yes, I have a code 3 long entry, but I am not in right now because I got out just to be safe. Now, what's my entry again? Well, my entry is the break. If it were to go up and break and make a new high, I will take that break, knowing that I have a code 3 behind me. And yeah, that would be good. It's a good play. I mean, you don't have to play this way. But technically, I see I shouldn't have gotten out on the last trade. So I got out to make it safe. Now, if it keeps going up, I'm going to take the break. So I'm going to lose some ticks. But I should be in already still. You see what I'm saying? So I to play it safe, let's say it had gone down. Well, I'd make the right decision. But if it goes back up, then I made the wrong decision. But I can still play it by getting back in. I'm going to have a larger stop. But I won't miss out on the code 3 trade. It continues to go back up. Or if I wanted to play it even safer, I just wait until another code 3 entry comes and play it safe. And if it does just go up a little bit and roll back over and go back down, and then give a short entry and continue to go down, then that play would have been the best play because I will nail the trade. Hope I'm not making this sound too complicated. It's really not complicated. You don't even really need to. You can just throw all that stuff away in the trash can, what I just said. All you gotta do is follow the code 3. It's so simple, so easy. So you wouldn't even be out right now. You'd be riding it back up here. I was just showing that you can get out if you want to. There's no set rule. It's just that if it does continue in that direction, well, that's a code 3 direction, so you should jump in. But only if you think it has reason to move. Let's say that it was doing this the whole time. Should you jump in? No. You want to wait till it moves. And the more it moves, the more it's likely to continue to move. Always remember that. The more it moves, the more it's likely to continue to move. The less it moves, the less likely it is going to continue to move. It's going to move at all, I mean. So you really need to wait for it to move a bit, and then you can start trading it. Now, usually the market moves a lot every day, and it will again after the new year. So don't worry about that, everybody. It's going to pick up. It's probably going to pick up in a big, big way, too, because the markets are actually moving more right now than they usually do for the holiday time. So it's going to pick up big this next year. Maybe we'll get a nice market sell-off. That would be great. It would be great for the trading. For all of us to trade, it'd be really good. We make money going down, we make money going back up. It's perfect. The last thing in the world we want is for everybody to be uncertain about which way it's going to go, and so it just goes sideways for a bit. That's what we don't want. It won't last. New year will be great. I think it's going to roll over here and go down. But again, I'm not going to play it what I think it's going to do. I'm going to play it with the code 3. Right now, technically, we have a code 3 long still, but you would have a break-even stop on this on your entry, and also it's a possibility here that we're going to get a code 3 short entry. You can see that all the time on the charts, and it's a very good possibility that's going to happen here. So basically all you need to do is wait for the code 3 signal. What does the code 3 say? Does it say to go long? Does it say to go short? That's all you need to do. That's all you need to know. And just follow it. You don't have to get confused about anything else. So right now, again, technically, we have a code 3 long entry. I would still be in the trade, waiting for either a break-even stop to happen, or I'm not sure where that break-even stop would be. I'd have to look at it better, or a lock-in, but no lock-in would take place yet and go far enough, so you'd still be long. I'm going to take the break if it happens. The break's going to happen at 50.75, so I'll take 50.76. If it hits 50.76, I'll take it long, but I would actually prefer it to go back down again and give a code 3 short entry, at which point it should continue to go down and go down pretty big. But I'll do what the code 3 says to do, whichever direction it says. And I think it's going to go long here. Yeah, it's going to go long. Just waiting for it to happen. Did it hit 76? Yes, it did. Okay, let's take it. Be right back. Okay, you need to place a stop at 50.52. 50.52. Alright, stops in place. Alright, let's retake a look at this on the daily now. Still doesn't look good. Did it go ahead 10 ticks yet? Taking a look. 50.86. I'm in at 75. Yes, it did go. Let's place a break-even stop on it. Alright, break-even stop in place. Now you don't have to place that there. You could just put your, over the exit button if you want. Just make sure you hit it. If you think there's even a chance that you won't hit it, then forget it. I mean, place the stop, And don't worry about getting stopped. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just always think to yourself that the stop protect the losses. If it's going to be a trade that's going to go down, and we cannot tell that yet right now, but if it is going to be a trade that's going to go down, then the break-even stop will protect you from that loss. If it's going to be a trade that's going to go up, well, there's a decent chance it'll just continue to go up and not come back down. So, and sometimes it'll come get your stop and continue to go up. It will happen, but don't worry about that. It's designed to protect the losses because you're constantly going to get code 3 entries. So for instance, we're going to take the next code 3 entry, and whatever direction it says to go, we'll take it and we'll go with it. Hopefully it's going to be a short entry and we're going to come all the way back down now. That's what I'm looking for. So, but until it gives me a short entry, I can't take it. Not using the code 3 anyway. And so that's what I'm here demonstrating is the code 3. So I will wait for a code 3 trade to come and I will take it and come back. By the way, just for the record, this is my first day trading code 3. I discovered code 3 really by accident while looking at the charts. And it wasn't until I looked at the 2012 charts that I actually discovered it. And so I basically discovered the chart on code 3. I've never actually even traded code 3. This is my first day trading code 3. My very first day. So it's but you can see how powerful it is. Now, if I had started earlier, like I recommend starting earlier in the day. And if I had started earlier in the day, I'd be doing pretty good. I haven't actually measured it yet, though, but I think I would be doing even better than what I'm doing now. I'm not sure how much better. I'd have to measure it. It's very difficult to just look at the chart and see. You just can't do it like that. You have to actually measure it, and only then will you be able to tell. So I can't really tell right now just looking at it, but I think I'd be doing pretty good, though. Okay, it looks like we're going to get a code 3 signal here. Taking a look at it. Watching for a signal. Looks like it's going to be a short entry. Okay, I'll come right back. Okay, here it comes. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the incredible, amazing power of code 3, preparing short entry. Preparing to go short. I'm about to get the signal. Checking chart. No, here we go. Preparing to go short. Waiting for signal. Alright, checking chart real quick. Nope, it did not hit. Come on. There it goes. Alright, in short here. Alright, let's set the stop. Calculating stop. Stop is going to be set to 50.87. 50.87 on the stop. 50.87. Re-verifying stop. Stop is correct. 50.87. Okay. You are watching code 2. I don't even know what code I'm trading anymore. Code 3, ladies and gentlemen. There is no code like it. You are about to witness some serious... Well, I can't say that on YouTube, can I? You're about to witness some cool stuff. Some real cool stuff. Code 3. Now I'm demonstrating this for the oil futures market, which obviously I trade oil. But I'm also going to demonstrate this on the YM, the ES, the RTY, the NQ. In other words, the Russell 2000, the mini NASDAQ, the mini Dow Jones, the E-mini S&P. I'm going to demonstrate the code 3 on all of those. Code 3 works on virtually everything. Everything except for individual stocks. Code 3, Code 2, code 1 will not work on individual stocks, but it will work, they all will work on everything else, like the futures and even the Forex. In fact, I discovered the codes on the Forex. Taking a look at the code here. Hang on one sec, I just want to take a look at something. Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're all good. Okay, so anyway, so where's our exit here? Well, we don't have one. Code 3 does not have exits. I know that sounds bizarre, right? Because all the other codes do. You know, as a general rule, they all do. Code 1 is more specific. Code 2 is more general, but but you know it because you track it, what your exit's going to be. Code 3 does not have exits. Has lock-in game. Hold on, let me take a look where my exit actually is. We need to replace this thing. It has a lock-in game that you play, but no specific exit, except for if you were to get a code 3 entry going in the opposite direction of what you're going, then obviously you're going to close out your trade and reverse the position. You're going to reverse the position. Just want to give myself plenty of ticks here. Okay, so now what you are witnessing, ladies and gentlemen, is a demonstration of code 3 for the oil futures market. I can assure you there is no hocus pocus taking place or anything like that. Don't listen to anybody who would say that, something like that, because it's simply not true. This is all real stuff that you're seeing, and this is a demonstration of the code 3 for the oil futures market. And again, I'm going to demonstrate it for everything, just so you can see with your own 2 eyes that it works on everything, literally everything. How many ticks am I ahead on this particular trade? I don't need to play a locking. Oh, I'm barely even ahead yet. Yeah, once it gets way ahead, I'll play a locking game, but it's got a long ways to go for that. Anyway, unlike code 2, where you had the problem of sometimes you get the entry wrong. You saw me do it lots of times, right? If you've watched my YouTube videos, you saw me get the entry wrong on code 2 many times. And then I would take it and I'd go back the other way, and then I'd get it right, right? Code 3 allows you to not make mistakes like that. Literally allows you not to make mistakes like that. And also, it will keep you in a trade where, you think to yourself, should you get out? Should you get out? Oh, you got a lot of ticks ahead. Should you get out here? The code 3, if you just rely on it, when it does go in really big directions, the code 3 will keep you in the whole time. And you'll make a huge day. How would you like to make a 400 tick day, a 300 tick day? Code 3 will make it for you. All you got to do is follow. See, the code 3 is a money maker like there is no tomorrow. And it's much easier than code 2. And it's certainly a lot easier than code 1. And you're seeing it for yourself right here, right now. This is the first day I've traded code 3, and today's a Monday. I said I would come out this Monday and start trading. Now, I may not trade the rest of the week, though, because the holidays are coming, and I've got a lot of stuff to do. And so I may have to just go ahead and take off until January 7th. But I wanted to at least come out this one day and show the code 3 and show all of you how incredibly powerful code 3 is. And you can see it's doing very well. And if this thing continues to go down, we're in the short position, it's going to do even better. It's just a question of how far down it will go. Let's say it goes down really super huge. I mean, I'm just saying, let's say it does. Let's see where we're at in the daily. Okay, we almost broke that, right? We just need to come down here and break this low down here. Let's say it's going to do that today, and it's going to come down and break that low and make a big move down, like a 300 tick move down. Guess what? Code 3 will keep us in the whole entire time. Now, how is that for a trading system? I mean, it is the ultimate trading system. This is why I came out with it for everybody. I've had a very good rollout of Code 3. There's a lot of you who are following me that I didn't realize were following me. And I really sincerely hope that you love the Code 3 and that you're going to see that it is incredibly powerful and useful, and not just with oil, but with everything. And do really, really well for yourself. All right, let's take a look at the 10-minute here. Where are we at? Where's the code? Okay, we just have code 3 short entry. We don't have any other codes right now. Just still, we're in a short entry off of code 3. So we just relax and take it easy. How many ticks ahead are we? Oh, we're not even that many ticks ahead. It's not even moving that much right now. It's 30 ticks ahead. 30 ticks ahead. You can certainly place a break-even stop, so let's go ahead and do it. Actually, you can do it at 10 ticks, but again, it's not written in stone. I still need to figure out the best math for that. I was just giving a rough estimate based upon what I was seeing on the chart when I was tracking it. Okay, so we got a break-even stop on it. Okay. This thing's really moving, huh? And so, you know, as a trader, if you didn't know the codes, you'd be like, oh, should I get out here? Yeah, has it moved down enough? Or should I jump in? I mean, you know, it's a lot of guesswork when you're a trader. You know, you have to take risks, and you have to get in, and if you're right, you hold it, and if you're not, you get out, and then you jump in again, and if you're right, you hold it, and if not, you get out. You know, and the skill as a trader is your ability to get in at the right position, and it goes the right way. It takes skill, and it takes experience, it takes practice. You have to learn what to look for and then jump in. That's the difference between a professional trader and a newbie who has no idea about that and doesn't have the practice or the skill or experience to do it. And so they take trades that they lose on, you know, instead of getting your percentage down really high, which I can do. And when I trade stocks, I'm talking about trading stocks now. Obviously, with the codes, I have a complete and total disadvantage. Like there's, you know, it's kind of like a joke. Well, it is a joke. I mean, the advantage I have trading the codes, advantage anybody has, is a joke. I mean, in normal trading, you have no such advantage. None. You have to learn, when you're a real trader, you have to learn how to be able to wait for it to be at the high mathematical percentage trade. And that doesn't come around very often. You have to wait for something to happen. Maybe it makes a big drop down and it's going to bounce. Or maybe that big drop down was just the beginning of a bigger move down. There's ways to play it, that you can play it both ways. Maybe it starts to make a big move up, a spike up all of a sudden. And that's going to be a start of a big move down. So you could short that type of thing. You know, there's all kinds of different things. Maybe the news comes out on a stock and all of a sudden just getting going. There's all different kinds of ways that you can play that have higher percentage mathematics rather than just getting it at any time. That's where newbies make their mistake. They just think, oh, it looks good, I'll go short, or I'll buy it here, you know, and they don't really understand, you know, that. And especially they get suckered in. It starts to go up and then they want to buy. It starts to go down and then they want to short, and just the exact opposite happens. Or like if it's a really super fast moving stock, or for instance, let's say it gaps down and it's moving really fast. A lot of people get suckered in by like the first move to go short instead of waiting and being patient. There's a certain trick to it. You have to learn, you know, that, and each stock can be a little bit different based upon how many shares there's trading, how many people are trading on. It's all different kinds of things. You can tell by the way it's trading and by its patterns, and patterns in level 2, patterns in the chart. and then you can learn to time it. Like for instance, let's say it's dropping out. Usually on the third try, it'll bounce. Not the first, not the second. And there's a reason for that. It's a mathematical reason for that. And it all has to do with fear and greed going up and down. How many people are playing it? And each thing is different. Like let's say a OTC BB stock, and it's trading for 50 cents, and all of a sudden news comes out about it's got some contract, this or that. Usually those types of stocks will run, top out at about $3.50, and they'll run for 3 days. After the third day, that's it. The buyers go and, the sellers come in and take their profits, and the experienced traders, the shorters, will come in. They have certain accounts, like with IB, Schwab. You can short these stocks, these OTC BB stocks, and make some money coming back down. So there's certain tricks, certain knowledge that you can acquire to trade stocks, to get an advantage over the market that the market doesn't know, because it's a lot of people who are just ignorant of these things. They don't know. They're not professional traders, and so you can take advantage of the market in certain ways. There's many, many, many other tricks that I know in the stock market. I mean, I did stocks long before I ever traded the futures, and I was, stocks is more fun. It's more fun to go out and find stocks, new companies you never heard of. All of a sudden they're up and comers, and the chart's moving up, volume moving up, and you're thinking to yourself, is this thing, what the heck is a Facebook? People are going to go on to a website and they're going to put their face on it or something, or what? Or they're going to put their pictures on it. Well, nobody's going to do that, right? But you see the volume and you see the thing going up, and you're thinking, people are crazy or what? So, but as a trader, you don't care. You simply don't care. You say, okay, everybody wants to play this thing? No problem. I play too. And you jump in, take a long position. Starts going back down, you jump back out. Say, oops, made a mistake right there. Maybe wait for a little dip. It dips a little bit, starts going back up, you jump back in. Or do that the first time. Or if it's breaking new highs, then you gotta jump in. You don't have a choice, but you play it tight. And once you get the right position, you hold it, right? It's not rocket science. It's just a way to play it mathematically under a very controlled circumstances and situation where you don't lose a whole bunch of money, and you have the ability to make a lot of money. All you have to do is get the position right. It's not hard. With your scanners running and everything like that, it's like the whole financial world is in the front of your face, in front of your eyes. You can see it all. You can see the routers, the news coming out. You can see the stocks are starting to move. You got your scanner for the set up for anything that's moving within the last 2-3 minutes. Anything that just starts to move in the last 2-3 minutes, boom, your scanner's going to go off, and you're going to see it. And you're going to say, "What's this?" And you're going to look it up and say, "Does it have news?" No. Okay, why is it moving? Go look at the level 2. You can see the bids, the ask. Those are all real. You see $1 million worth sitting on the bid, and hardly anything on the ask, and everybody and the level and the time and sales lights up pure green. What should you do? You jump in with everybody else. I did that with a company called Suns one morning. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning, California time. Hold on a second. I need to look at the code here. All right. Woke up one morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning to play pre-market. This was back when like 2003 or something like that. And I used to do that every day, trade 12 hours a day. I put in my time to learn to trade. I traded pre-market and aftermarket every day. And one morning it paid off big for me. I'd only been awake for like 15 minutes, just got my computer going, everything set up, I'm getting on my first cup of coffee, and all of a sudden one of my time and sales lights up like a Christmas tree. with all red tape going through, just boom, 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 at 5:15, 5:30 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, before the market even opens. And I didn't even have time to look up why it was doing that. I just jumped in through Island, which is an ECN, or was an ECN, and jumped in with, like, I don't remember now, but probably about $10,000 worth. I don't remember exactly. And I sold that at like $1, thinking I was doing great. I had like a three bagger in about maybe 3, 4, 5 hours, something like that. I had a 300% trade, over 300%. And I was thinking, I'm doing great. Of course, that stock went to like $10, like, just a few months later. Could have held on to it. See, when you're a trader, you don't think like that. You just think, what can I catch today? Not tomorrow, not the next day. What can I catch today? How much money can I make today? So that's the way I was thinking. But as you get more and more money, you can start to play these positions better. Is there a possibility I could get a reversal here? Let me take a look at the daily. Nah, I'll stick with the daily. Thank you very much. You see that? Whenever you see that, you look and you want to see, should you maybe look at the reversal? No. We're looking for this thing to continue to go down here. Daily looks good. Okay, so anyway, I don't want to ramble on too much, but you guys might really like stock trading. It's a lot of fun. It's a fun to be on the forefront of the financial world, where you see all the Facebooks come, all these new stocks. You're on top of all of them. You see them all, and at the time you have to decide: is this something good? What's a Twitter? What's a Facebook? I could name lots of them. A lot of them that come along, I think to myself, it wouldn't work. Like Facebook, I thought that was a really super dumb idea that nobody would ever do. And look how popular it is. So you don't go by what you think. You go by what the volume and the price is saying. You just look at it mathematically. Look at it like a robot. Robot doesn't care whether Facebook is successful or not. Robot just cares whether the stock is moving up and it looks like it is something good. If you have an increasing amount of volume with an increasing price going up, that's a buy signal. And you buy. You don't have to sit there and hold it. You buy it at the right point, and it just continues to go higher. You take a certain amount of loss, like no more than 10%. As a trader, I wouldn't even take that much, because I know how to time my trade. I can time it to the time and sales. I mean, through the level 2, I can time it. I can time my entry down to the tick, and if it goes one tick beyond my entry, I get right back out again. I can time it right through the time and sales, kind of like a code 1 entry type thing, but in a different way, totally different way. But it's that type of thing where you can get it down really close so that you can take a good entry. Anyway, market not moving too bad today. What's the range on it so far? We've got down from 50 to 51.84. There's your 180 ticks right there. That's the range on oil, 180 tick day. So it's already done its range, but this could be a big day. Again, when you see the daily chart look like that, take a look. Here, let me zoom in a little bit more for you so you can see. When you see the daily chart look like that, or let's get a bigger, if you zoom out, you can get a better perspective of what it looks like, right? And you see this line coming over. You see where it is. You see it's getting closer and closer to the bottom down there, right? When you see it look like that, you don't want to get in the way, or you want to be short now. You're not looking to say, oh, maybe it'll reverse and go back the other way. Yeah, maybe. But is the math on the side of that? No, it is not. The math is on the side to be short right here, right now. While we're looking for the breakdown here to come, there is a relatively good chance that it could happen. And we don't want to miss it if it does. And one way that we won't miss it is by paying attention to the code 3. Do we have a signal? No, we do not. We do not have a signal yet, except for the signal that we already have, that we got in and we're short. We're still short. Am I supposed to be locking in ticks right now? What am I ahead? 62 I'm in at. It's down to 03. I'm hit like 60 ticks. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. I mean, I'm not going to let it go all the way back up without getting out. But let's just say you lock in 30 ticks, I think it is. Lock in 30 ticks, but I'm not going to bother with it right now. I mean, it's just as a general rule. It's not written in stone or anything, you know. Right now, with the daily looking like that, we do not want to do anything other than either break even or take this thing down, all the way down, and get it to break down there and make a big move here. This could very well be a big day today. And code 3 will catch it the whole entire way. Do we have a signal? No, we do not. No signal yet. Where's my exit at? Need to make sure it's down far enough. I still got a long ways to go to where I changed it to. Okay. All right, I don't want to take up too much time here. I'm already at over an hour. So I will come back. I am still looking for a signal. It may give me a long entry, and then I would take it long. It may go short, and I would just hold it, continue to hold it. So I'm going to let the code 3 tell me now. If it comes all the way back up to my, well, I'm already got a break-even stop, so there we go. I'm just going to leave that break-even stop in there, because I don't need to lock in 30 ticks. But if you needed to lock in 30 ticks, then by all means, lock it in. Anyway, I'll be back. Okay, I'm going to lock in 30 ticks here. So my entry is at 52. Boy, my eyes are going. I think I said 62 earlier. My eyes really are going. Okay, so 52, take it down 30 ticks would be 22. Alright, so let's go grab a stop and put it at 22. Just to lock in 30 ticks. Ticks are ticks, right? Okay, so if it comes right, pops back up to 22, it's going to stop me out. And all that's going to happen is it'll just give me another entry again, using the code 3. So, or it'll continue to go down, and I won't need to do anything. Just continue to hold it. That's all. So you see how easy this is? It's all very, very, very simple. Code 3 makes it very, very simple now. No more struggling with the codes. You know, I can trade code 1 no problem and scalp the market no problem. Takes practice though. I can trade code 2 and do, you know, quite a few ticks in a relatively short period of time. Or I could trade code 3 and trade it, you know, during the whole entire European session, USA session, and make a lot of ticks. Okay, hold on a second. I think we're going to get a signal to calculate this. Hang on, hang on. Okay, yeah. Okay, if it hits, okay, we need to change this. Change this to 19. If it hits 19, we go long. Okay, taking it long. We have a code 3 long entry. Changing the stop. Stop is going to be set to 49.85. 49.85. Reconfirming the stop. 49.85. That's correct. 49.85 on the stop. Okay, so we have a code 3 long entry. Confirming that right now. Yep, that's confirmed. Code 3 long entry. Alright, let's go take a look at what it might do. Here's the 10-minute. So it might pop back up here, go back up to the top. So how are we looking here on the daily? Okay, so hey, what looked like it was going to go down, now code 3 says it's going to go up. Now here, ladies and gentlemen, is where you are going to see the power of code 3. Down here at the bottom of a daily chart, sitting next to the bottom, should you go long, should you go short? Most traders are going to want to go short. True or not true? And yet you have code 3 that says go long, not short. Now watch what's going to happen. This thing is going to go up because code 3 is so accurate. That's why I keep talking about code 3, code 3, code 3, because it is so accurate. And now you're going to see it go up. And I don't know how far it will go up, but there's a good chance it'll go up a lot. And we can get another 50, 100 ticks out of this. So, be a good day, right? Okay, I'm going to come back. Don't want to talk forever here. I just made a major mistake. We do not have a code 3 entry. I made a mistake. Oops. Yeah, even I have to practice the code 3. I have to practice it. I just made a stupid mistake. I need this thing to hit 5027, then I have a long entry off of the code 3. Otherwise, it could easily go short on me. I should just get out break even here. Let me take a look. Yeah. I'm going to give it a chance here, but I'm going to get ready to just get out. Because it could easily go short, and only has to go up to 27 to go long, so I could just wait for it to hit 27. Is that it, though? Let me take a quick look again. Yes, if it hits 27, I go long. So all I would need to do is wait for it to go up to 27, then I can take a long entry safely. Right now, I cannot. I'm in an unsafe position right now. I have no code 3 entry. Where's the market at? I need the market to come up, and then I'll get out. Okay, right there. Okay, I need the bid to come up. Now, if it hits 27, I can take a code 3 long entry. Yeah, sorry about that. I made a stupid mistake. You really do have to be careful. You just have to be careful. I just made a dumb little mistake. Anyway, now, if it hits 5027, that's a long entry. So I'm going to take it long if it hits 5027. There it goes. Okay, so I'm back in. All right, resetting the stop. Stop is going to be set to 49.85. 49.85 on the stop. Okay. 15, that's 45 ticks, 44 ticks. 44 tick stop right there. It's good though. This is the power of code 3, ladies and gentlemen. You are going to witness this for yourself. This thing's going to take off going up. Watch this. And the daily is going to completely reverse. I mean, it's a possibility. It could go all the way up and go green. It is possible. What else might it do? It might do something like this, where it just kind of goes up and still stays red. Might not go up very far. That's a pretty decent possibility too. But 10-minute looks pretty promising for it to go up. And the code 3 says it's going to go up. So we look good. I'll come back. Starting to move a little higher here. Needs to get at least 10 ticks before a break-even stop. At least 10. Alright, let's put a break-even stop on it. Put it at 50.30. Okay, break even stop in place. That's a bit tight right there. Let me take a look at it. Yeah, it's okay though. Yeah, it's okay. It's a bit tight, but it's alright. I mean, if it's going to be a winner, most likely it'll just continue to go up. If it's going to be a loser, it's going to go back down. It's going to go back down, just hit the break-even stop. I mean, sometimes it would go back down, hit the break-even stop, and then continue to go back up. That is true. But if you look at it mathematically, you see that every time it loses, it's going to go back down. You just break even. Every time a lot of the times it's going to win, it's just going to continue to go up. So it's a good way to play it right here. If the stop does get hit, I'm not going to take the entry. I'm not going to take it the opposing way. This isn't like the code 2. This is different. This is a code 3, and we will wait for a code 3 entry to come. Almost hit my break-even stop right there, and it might go back up now. Yeah, I came really close to messing that trade up. But if, let's say my break-even stop did get hit, I could take the break once it breaks the high, which you can see sitting right here. Sitting right there, it's 50.43 is the high. Could take that break if my stop had gotten hit, my break-even stop. That's also a technique that I'm going to teach in the Code 3 update video. It's a similar technique to the Code 2 that I had, but different because it's a different code. But it's similar in nature, though. Anyway, I suppose I can just let this thing run. I don't want to let it run too much, though. I'm already over an hour and 12 minutes here. That's quite a while, quite a ways. And it's a possibility this thing may not do a whole lot here. Let's take a look at the 10 minute. 10 minutes still looks good for it to go up. Just need to keep my break-even stop from getting hit and this thing to push up here and we'll be good. It's slow though, as you can see. It's pretty slow. Just because we're just, you know, everybody right now is just getting ready for the holidays. They're not looking at trading, so I just want to come out and demonstrate some Code 3 trades and show you how well it's working. And but there's not a whole lot I can do if the market just keeps going, doesn't really do much, you know. Just wait until the new year, after January 7th. You'll see Code 3 really shine. The more the market moves, the more the Code 3 is going to do good. Make all the ticks. Anyway, I'll come back. It's moving painfully slow here. So this is going to be my last trade. I'm just going to call it a day after this one. And just wanted to come out and show little Code 3 before the holidays come. It's really not going to be anything tradable out there during the holidays. I mean, I wouldn't bother myself. You know, I really can't recommend it. You know, I know a lot of you want to trade and everything like that, but you just have to wait until the holidays get over with and the January 7th to come, and it'll really pick up after that big time. So just be patient and you'll be able to do really well with Code 3 here. I'm still just either waiting for this thing to hit my break-even stop or to continue to go higher. It's moving very slow. Anyway, I will be back. Okay, it's finally moving higher here. Let's see if it's going to break the high. Yep, okay, we got a new high there. Just broke the high. So, there's a good chance it's going to continue to go up. We do have a Code 3. Do we have another Code 3? No, we don't. We just have that one Code 3 long entry that we got, that I went long on. And I'm just playing this one safe with a break-even stop on it. Letting it go. If it wants to continue to go up, we'll make it. If it wants to come back down, we'll just break even. No big deal. But we do want to give it the chance to run, because it very well might. Got a Code 3 long entry, it very well might run and go up. And if not, then it will hit our stop. That'll protect the loss. Let me take a look at something here. Could we get a short? Yeah, we could easily get a short. If we do, it'll be really tight too, which would be good. Yeah, it's going to hit. I think it's going to go short. So what I'm going to do is I'll wait for, assuming my stop gets hit, my break-even stop, I'll wait for a short entry, because if it does go down, I want to get back in this trade. If it wants to go up, I'm not really interested too much in going up. But going back down, just take a look at the daily again. Going back down? Yeah, I'm interested in going back down. Okay, so I'm out of that trade. I am interested in going back down, so if I get a code 3 short entry, I'm going to take it. Let's go back and take a look here. Okay, I do not have a code 3 short entry right now, but one will come. It's just a matter of when. And when it does, I will take the entry and I will come back. And the only reason why I'm doing this, because I said I was going to quit, is because I think this thing has a chance to really go down here, and I want to play it if it's going to go down. That's why. So I'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm very sorry about this, but this thing's just moving too slow for my taste, and for me, it is 12:22 a.m. So for me, it's the new day. It's Tuesday right now. Just turned Tuesday 22 minutes ago, and I have 12:18. So for me, it's very late, and this thing is moving really slow. And it's only going to get slower, most likely, as the week progresses. As we get closer and closer to the end of the week, and then next week is going to be really slow, and then New Year's will be slow, and then the first week of the New Year's is going to be slow. So it's going to be really slow until January 7th, and then it'll all pick back up again, and pick back up in a big way too. A big way. It'll be like the best time of the year. So just got to get through the holidays, everybody, and code 3 will really shine. So I'm going to call it a day, and I didn't really get that much trading in today, but it's not really moving a whole lot. I got to catch a good move down. I could have got earlier moves too. It just wasn't around. Been really super busy out here. That's one thing about living out here, that living here in Thailand. There's one thing about living out here that's true, is that there's always something to do here. And I don't mean like just like something fun or something. I just mean like you've always got some kind of errand to run, tasks to do, all this different stuff here. Whereas back home, it was pretty easy, like just order things on Amazon and they come to your doorstep in 2 days, and that type of thing, Whereas here, I've always got to go find something, or all kinds of different things. But there's one good thing about it: it keeps your life from being boring. Alright, wait a second here. If this thing goes short, I'll take it. It looked like it was going to go long on me, and I was, I don't want to bother going long. I take a look to confirm this. Yeah, okay. Alright. Alright, I need the price to hit, if it goes down to 50.15, 50.15, I take it short. That's a code 3 short entry. Code 3 short entry, and I want to go short. I want to go with the daily chart. It's a possibility it's going to go down and break this low. I will come back if it hits 50.15 within a reasonable amount of time. I'll wait another 5 to 10 minutes. It's already 12:25 a.m. to me right now, so I don't want to wait forever, but if it does it in about within 10 minutes, I'll take it. I'll be back. Okay, I'm really sorry. I'm going to have to give up on this trade. It's just not going anywhere. It's not moving. And since it's not moving, there's a pretty decent possibility that it's not really going to move very much. And frankly, I don't want to take a chance. And now it's heading back up a bit. Yeah, I don't want to bother. like I said, as we go closer and closer to the end of this week, it's just going to dry up more and more. So be careful out there trading. You really need to be careful. You don't want to get caught in a sideways market. So anyway, I'm going to call it a day, call it a week. I'm going to be back for trading again. Oh, I believe it's January 7th. Is that Monday? I'll be back on the Monday that follows everything. Nobody's going to be doing anything through the 4th. And then with the first Monday that comes, I think it's January 7th. And I will be back then to resume trading, and I'm going to come out and I will demonstrate code 3 every day and show it to you how well it's working for all the different instruments, so that you can, be inspired and be amazed and see what you should be doing yourself with the code 3, and seeing for all those who don't know about the code 3 to jump on board, get the code 3, learn it, and super easy, and just start doing it. And also, I'm going to do some videos of here in Phuket, showing you around a bit. And also, I'm going to be doing some stock trading, and I'll show that on YouTube. And I'm also going to open a stock trading room for those of you who have a good substantial amount in your accounts and you want to come trade stocks with me. The stocks are a lot of fun to trade. Okay, so I'm going to get going, everybody. Hope all of you have a great holiday week and New Year's and everything, Christmas, and that you are really amazed by the code 3. I know a lot of you have the code 3 now, so that's really good. It's good that you've learned of this, and now you're going to be able to go out and use it and take advantage of it. And as you can see, not so difficult to do. In fact, it's very, very easy to do. You just need to be careful of one thing. Don't try to trade code 3 on a sideways market. Not good. But you basically don't want to use anything in a sideways market except for code 1. Even code 2, is very tricky. And you need to, even if you get the trade right, you only get like 40 ticks out of it. Well, today I think you could have gotten more. Yeah, today you would have gotten more ticks than that. You would have did good on code 2 today. Yeah. Code 2 and code 3 are similar with oil, except for code 3 can make more ticks than code 2. But it has to be moving. And since it's coming up on, all these Christmas and New Year's, it's going to not be moving so much. So, time to back off on the trading. Anyway, I will be back next year, January 7th, everybody. Hope you have a great Christmas. Hope you have a great New Year's. I'll see you for January 7th, and may do some videos, though, in between, showing you here in Phuket. Show you New Year's, show you around Phuket a little bit. You can see what it's like here. It's pretty cool. Not without its faults, though, as anywhere. But I think a lot of you would think it's pretty cool. Anyway, I'll be back next year, everybody. Welcome to Code 3. Happy New Year's.